Boy, am I really doing this. Am I actually doing this? Boy, oh boy, oh boy. Is it possible Sony is actually getting their act together for once and out all this? Welcome back to the channel. I am Johnny Von Duke, the Lord of Shitposting, the King of Shitposting. Well, I'm not a king or a lord. That kind of goes against basically everything I stand for, but besides the point, we're not here to talk about my morals today, or watch me pick my nose. Today, we are here to actually talk about the fact that Sony could possibly be getting their heads out their asses for once. Now, we all know the PS5's disastrous launch, I'm going to say. It got slightly better as it went through. But when the PS5 first launched, you couldn't get a hold of one. Scalpers ate it up immediately. You could basically say the same thing for the Series X and S. The pandemic at the time did not help. No, I am not going to acknowledge the pandemic in the year 2022, because honestly, if you still believe it's going on, buddy, oh boy, oh how, I got some words for you. But we aren't here to talk about a pandemic either, are we? We are here to talk about the fact that this is a new PlayStation model we could be getting in the future. Now, the release date for this is currently 2023. At least that's what they're believing it could be. I have now moved my camera off screen. That is fucking wonderful. Oh, that is lovely. You gotta love it when computer hardware just hates your bitch ass. I mean, I am a bitch, and Oh my god. This is fucking gold. There we go. That's good enough. That's good enough. You gotta love my unprofessionality. But yeah, as it says right here, in 2023. Now, you know, on the channel, I had the Gaming Bible article up. We switched over to Screen Rant, because I will be damned if I give the Gaming Bible any more promotion. Let's check this out. According to a new report, the PlayStation 5 shortage might finally come to an end next year. No, it will not. But we'll get into that. While excitement for Sony's latest gaming station was high when the PS5 launched in late 2020, a mix of various factors caused it was a lot more than a shortage of supplies that set the new console generation off to a slow start. The most prominent of these factors was the COVID-19 pandemic, which adversely impacted the shipping of PS5 machines, consoles, dumbass, and sparked shortages in vital processor chips. To make matters worse, online scalpers were quick to snatch up the few PS5 consoles that did release and resell them for yeah, it was you know what's funny? I don't know how you want to classify this. I got my Series X off a debatable scalper. Like, I say debatable because here's what happened. The guy got it at launch. He didn't buy a fuck ton of them. He just got, like, 2, I believe. He wanted one for himself and then one he could resell, which is, like, fine. I understand that shit. You know, it's not like the guy bought up the whole warehouse. He just wanted an extra console to sell, which he did to me. But I buy this fucking console, and he's not even asking that much more for it. It was $550, and I'm considering the facts. And actually, I am glad I got it for $550, because it would have taken me a full another year to get the Xbox for the launch price, because only now, well, not only now, like circa 2 months ago, from the point of this video launching, I'll say, or me recording it, you could finally start getting Series X's and S's off Microsoft's official store. Now, sometimes they're in stock, sometimes they're not, but they're in stock a lot more often than it is with PlayStation and the PS5. So yeah, I paid a debatable scalper $550. I say debatable because if you're really only buying one extra console to sell for extra profit, are you a scalper or are you just smart? I'll say smart because the guy knew the shortage was coming and he got an extra $550 for a console, so I'll say it was pretty damn smart. When online retailers like Walmart and GameStop have since made efforts to combat these scalpers. Well, we don't need to talk about that. I just did that for you. Things might finally turn around for gamers struggling to get a PlayStation 5 next year, at least according to a report from Insider Gaming. This report states that Sony is looking to ship 30.5 million PlayStation 5 consoles in fiscal year 23. Fiscal. Fiscal. What the fuck does that even mean? You know, this is the one time where I'm not even shitposting. I don't know what that word means, and I'm not going to take time to look it up. Which starts in March 2023. You couldn't have just said... Okay. March is towards the beginning, right? You couldn't have just said Q1 of 2023 and runs until March. Oh, okay, I see it. Okay, so that's why it's saying that. And not going by the yearly sale quarters. New PlayStation 5 model. Looks the same as the old one, but some tells me they're not going to release new concept art yet. PS5 controller turned to... Yeah. Now, let's talk about this for a second. As far as, what was the number? Hold on, wait. Oh, it says right here. 30 million PlayStation 5s. I would love to see that. I would really love to see that. Because here's the thing. And it's rumored to come with a detachable disk drive, which is cool, but... Oh. Damn, the PlayStation 4 actually did hotter than what I thought. Okay, so this comes to an end of... And of course it scrolled down. Okay, so towards July 2021, 116 million units. Okay, now keep in mind, 30 million is a lot less than 116 million. But what I'm trying to say here is that 116 million is taking account from launch with the OG ugly fat PS4 to the PS4 Pro. Till the PS5's launch, basically. That's what that chart is basically showing, or that number representing in a chart-like mindset. Basically what I'm saying is that was over the course of the PS4's whole life. And technically the PS4 is still living as they haven't dropped game support for it yet. So the PS4 is still going on. Now, mind you, it's not really being manufactured right now. I'm pretty sure they're still doing PS4 Pros and Slims, but as far as a normal PS4 goes, you're not getting it. They're not in production anymore. At least to my knowledge, or in the States-wise. Now, if they're still in production in other parts of the world, that I highly doubt, because if you're not producing it for the States, I don't think you're going to be producing it for the rest of the world, at least from a gaming console perspective, unless you're in India. Why do consoles last so much longer in India? I've never understood that. It was like laser discs. Yeah, this was before I was born, technically, but I do know what a laser disc is. I do slightly remember laser disc. Like, my grandparents had a laser disc. Oh my god, fucking... I'm one of the few kids from the... Well, not kids. I'm like 22 now, but I was born on the year 2000. And I think I'm legitimately one of the few 2000s kids who can say he grew up with a Laserdisc player. Which feels like a flex and a half, let me tell you. But enough about India and Laserdisc players. Like, I don't see how they're going to do 30 million in 1 year. I don't see it. And mind you, they're saying this 30 million is supposed to be over the course of the whole year. I would hope to God they're not going to try and dump truck 30 million console units in a month. First off, the environmental factor. Second off, the power factor and electricity of that. And third, I don't think you're going to pawn those off that fast, even with scalpers as a factor. But that's just my 2 cents. Now, I don't know if it's going to be 30 million, though. There's just this part of me, and call me a skeptical bastard. You're allowed to call me a skeptical bastard through this, but